Hi, this is my submission for the Eloquence Prize 2024. Nature can be thought of as a soft, gentle creature, an innate conflict at odds with its spiky and like defense, often sudden and devastating, yet in a way dangerously beautiful. This duality can be seen across the natural world. A whip curves gracefully and then cracks with precision. This is embodied by the Art Nouveau practitioners, whose flowing creative freedom, inspired by nature, broke them through into the modern era. The works I look at today achieve this sense of the whiplash curve by capturing the spirit of nature's defence, starting from the height of the Art Nouveau and moving to the contemporary Australian context. This defence is mediated by the connection of nature to our own humanity, a sensibility held by the Art Nouveau. The two works beside me are vastly different, yet they share intriguing similarities. Sarah Bernhardt, an early superstar of the stage and lifelong sculptor, made this work, Alg, on the right in her later years, where she drew inspiration and solace from the sea on the island of Belle-Île-en-Mer. Next to it is Thunder Raining Poison by the Gutha and Nuknu artist Ioannis Scarce. It belongs to the vocabulary of Scarce's works, forms of bush tucker and a connection to country and to her family. Scarce works in blown glass and is based in South Australia. Both artists show the importance of nature to themselves and to their understanding or sense of our humanity. The poised yet present danger implied by the scholarly concept of the whiplash curve is clearly present in both works. I saw Alec at an exhibition about Sarah Bernhardt's life last year at the Grand Palais in Paris. For me, the work showed her ability to transfer her energy away from the battles of the stage to sculpture, especially in her escape from the world at Belle-Île-en-Mer. Her interests in the form of seaweed correspond intrinsically with the interests of the Art Nouveau movement. The work of Ernst Heinrich Haeckel became popular in 1899, just a year before the creation of Alec. Haeckel's work's fluidity and languid curves clearly aligned with the work of the Art Nouveau. Alec is cast in bronze, the materiality of the sculpture setting it apart from ordinary seaweed, closer to a sinister weapon. Bernhardt's knife may be blunt and ineffective, yet it still threatens the viewer. When the textures and the ripples of the seaweed base are abstracted from their familiar surroundings, they inhabit an uncanny middle ground. The uncanny valley which gives the blade its sinister threat. The knife's threat both draws on Bernhardt's own experiences in the theatre and the dramatics, the dagger, but also tales of the treachery of the sea and its unknowable depths. The fear of the sea and the way in which it can rapidly transform from placid to violent is reflected in Bernhardt's choice of work, from intertwining the fluid curves with a dagger. Scarce's glass yam installation emulates the form of a nuclear mushroom cloud, but also a swarm of tiny falling bombs, their individual ovoid bodies plunging downwards in their suspended tail. Yet those forms are directly modelled on the yam, bush tucker, and Scarce states that when she is making work about genocide or atomic clouds, the yams represent spirits or bodies of the Aboriginal people. This interweaving of meaning gives weight to the piece emotionally, yet it bears great lightness of form from the glass itself. Scarce's imagery invokes attention, with its contrasts and emotive implications of its imagery. This tension between classic nature and latent threat is also seen throughout the work of the Art Nouveau, especially in the beautiful, ominous works of Munch, frequently depicting Sarah Bernhardt herself. An example can be seen in this work, a poster designed for the performance of Medea. We see the clear tension of beauty and violence, Bernhardt crowned in falling orchids, with the rays visually reminiscent of the starfish behind her head. This mixing of imagery convolutes the poster. Medea's sons below her feet wilting like the orchids which crown her. This image, combining nature with an ominous, overwhelming threat, is a perfect link from the Art Nouveau directly to Scarce's works. Scarce's visual tension speaks to the Indigenous experiences of nuclear testing in regional Australia and Scarce's own family history. These narratives are distributed even to this day, with governmental testing of nuclear technology at Maralinga a contested topic. The impact Scarce reflects upon are the stories of fetal abnormalities and early deaths in consequence of the testing, which spread fallout over many communities' sacred lands. The glass, from which the work is made, becomes significant here, a reference to the glass created in the blast due to the heat generated on the land. In this way, Scarce's work is all the more striking in its opposition to the classic storyline. Nature is meant to return us to ourselves and revive our humanity, when that nature is poisoned, when nuclear colonisation, as Scarce puts it, occurred in South Australia. This inverts the storyline. Despite their differences, the works share intriguing links. We can see violence in both pieces, yet present despite the weapons they depict. Each artist brings key biographical detail to their depiction of nature. They form an emotional double vision by loving and depicting elements of nature which are meaningful to them, with Bernhardt's love for Belle-Île-en-Mer and Scarce's cultural connection to country and bush tucker. Implicit in the works, while they also depict their weapons of choice. This duality can be seen within the works of the Art Nouveau, a juxtaposition of the whiplash curve with the beauty of nature. Art Nouveau captures this duality, as do Scarce and Bernhardt, linking our humanity to our destruction, the whiplash tendril, the flower at its tip. Both Scarce and Bernhardt speak to each other in these complex and paradoxical forms. Both artists create conflicted form to depict danger, using nature as both threat and comforting humanity. For Bernhardt, the ocean is a powerful force, offering her relief and replenishment from the world on her chosen hideaway, yet also threatening her in isolation and its overwhelming power. In Thunder Raining Poison, Scarce has her yams, the food source which has sustained her culture, poisoned to depict the very threat which harms them. While these experiences are different, both forms enable the artist to depict threats in the form of their protectors, using nature to remind us of our humanity. Scarces, enabling a greater contrast between sustenance and immolation. These works both relate to the Art Nouveau sensibility, which foregrounds nature and its everlasting tension between our humanity and those threats which surround it. Thank you.